Oh, there you are, YouTube. I'm about to head to Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, and I've got some expectations. There's some things I want to see in this movie. I don't know if they're going to happen, but after seeing Spider-Man No Way Home, I've got some ideas bubbling up for, again, what I want to see. I'm hearing it's scary, so we'll see what that means. Can't imagine an MCU PG-13 movie being scary, but, you know, Sam Raimi at the helm. Who am I to say it's not scary? So, let's go check out Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Also, I should say, I don't like Doctor Strange. I don't think he's funny. I don't like his personality. I don't like his dialogue. Really wasn't into the first movie, but this one I'm excited about, mostly because of its director and the multiverse. Okay, now let's go. We are back, and I would say I generically liked it, but also underwhelmed. I think with a title like Multiverse of Madness, I was expecting a lot more, something more epic, something larger in scope, and it still felt, just kind of like felt medium, just like another film in the MCU. Like the whole thing with it being scary, I don't think it's scary. I mean, there's some imagery that you might not want to take your 6-year-old to see if they are used to the MCU. That will be new to them, but overall I wouldn't say it was like a scary movie in any way. There were some jump scares, but all those are, you know, pretty cheap, you know? They're like, I hopped a couple times, but it wasn't like a major fear type situation. The Sam Raimi-ness of it was good, and I think that's also what helps in it not being super scary, just because his horror is a little like silly, so there's like a funness to it, but like the twisting of the camera, the Dutch angles, the close-ups, all of that just like was screaming Sam Raimi, so that was really cool. But I don't know, I think you go into the movie with the context of it being a superhero film, and even with some of the visuals that we associate with horror films, that, you know, I don't know, it still doesn't feel like a horror movie to me. It's just a superhero movie with some imagery adopted from horror tropes and things like that. And now, time for some Wasn't that cute? So yeah, we are in the spoiler section. The cameos. I was expecting, I think this is where I was underwhelmed with the film, because I was expecting more cameos. With, you know, with multiverse in the title, I'm thinking we're gonna see so many more characters, versions of characters. Hulk over here in this planet or universe, Ant-Man over here, you know, I just thought we were going to see more, and we really didn't get very many. I think I was expecting more universes, all of that, rather than done in a quick montage, which is sort of how we saw it. But we did find out who Reed Richards is, at least in one universe, and that's John Krasinski playing him. I thought that was great. I know there's been a lot of fan casting for him, so who knows if he will be Reed Richards in the movie, or if this was just sort of like a type of fan service because he's been fan casted so much. We had Professor Xavier, played by Patrick Stewart, which was awesome, and we got that X-Men animated series theme in it, and then when he was touching his head to use his telepathy, it was like doing the waves like you would see in the comics and on the cartoon, which was awesome. He had the yellow hover chair. There was just like so many awesome things about that. Black Bolt. Am I right that Vin Diesel was going to play Black Bolt at one time? Or is that wrong? I don't know. I feel like that was something I remember. Also, we didn't get Namor, but if I remember correctly, he is a part of Illuminati, or at least one of the Illuminatis. And then, what else did I want to mention about that? Well, let's stick with the Illuminati, because I do have one more thing that I want to touch on. So when they are introducing Reed Richards, we don't see him. Somebody just says, I don't know, basically like, and now introducing the smartest man in the world. They don't say it with that tone, but they say that, and then Reed Richards appears. And that felt like it was for us, but I think what would have been nice is if they would have said, and now the smartest man in the world, and it would have been great if Doctor Strange, if they did like a close-up on him, and then you can sort of see him light up, and then maybe whisper to himself, Tony Stark. Like, Tony Stark. Tony, something like that. Stark. And then expecting to see him, because in his universe, it's like he's the smartest person, right? But then we get Reed Richards. But I just think that would have been nice, and just a, telling of who was really smart on, in his universe, but also been like a moment of, I miss him, I can't believe I'm going to see him, and then he wouldn't see him, and then you'd see some sadness, but also an introduction to Reed Richards. But I don't think they wanted to do that to Reed Richards' introduction, so that's probably why they didn't, but I think that would have been a nice emotional moment, so I wish that would have happened. But yeah, I just wish there were more cameos, or the cameos felt more substantial. I'm hoping that they do later on. I'd love to get more Patrick Stewart in some way, and if we don't get Patrick Stewart, get the other guy, the young guy, whose name is escaping me, from X-Men. I almost had it, from Split and movies like that. Atonement, that guy. Professor Xavier. Oh, I was also hoping for Quicksilver from Days of Future Past. I think that would have been cool. Like if there was a multiverse or a universe with him and Wanda as brother and sister, that would have been great. I would have loved to have seen one of the Magnetos, whether it's McKellen or Fassbender, in there as their father. That would have been cool. Let's see, what else happens? Oh yeah, we get Marvel Zombies. Marvel Zombies was so cool. I did like that. That was awesome. Although, didn't that version of Strange have facial hair at one point? Did they just like take that off? I don't know. I thought he had facial hair. Maybe I'm wrong. But Marvel Zombies, that was cool. And then one more thing, Bruce Campbell, his cameo was funny, but it got extra funny during the credits scene. So that was hilarious. I loved walking out of the theater to that. That made me laugh. That was good. Okay, so on that note, Doctor Strange to me is just kind of like middle of the road. The best parts about it are all of the flashy things that scream Sam Raimi. It's a Sam Raimi film, but I don't think it's on the level of some of the other things he's made. It's good though, but I don't see myself rewatching this over and over again. But it's just middle tier for me, middle tier. But that's actually a good saying something, because I don't really care for Doctor Strange. He doesn't do anything for me. So middle tier is good. Middle tier is good. I just think I wish, I was hoping for more X-Men, more universes and stuff like that. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this review or whatever it was, and perhaps I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, actually, let me ask you, what did you think of the movie? I don't know. Are my criticisms valid? Did you like what I like, dislike? I don't know. I'm curious. Anyway, perhaps I'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.